also another thing that I wanted to address. I want you to envision, let's say you have a 16-year-old child and your 16-year-old child just had a child, okay? And let's say your 16-year-old is really depressed, went to the doctor, got stuck on 13 different medications, and your child did something really freaking stupid, as in she did really something stupid. And now your child is in a whole heap of trouble. Your first instinct is going to be go back to those doctors and be like, "What in the actual fuck did you do to my kid? Why did you stick my kid on 13 different medications? Why did you do this? Why did you do that?" The faulty logic that I am currently listening to is insane. Okay, if you were to apply Lindsay Clancy's case to like your child's case, you would be losing your absolute shit on those doctors. But because she's an older woman with 3 children in a vulnerable state, you're complaining that she's the one who is doing it when they had a responsibility, not just as her husband, but as her physicians. They had a fucking responsibility as a doctor to question what they were putting her on. You don't hand somebody 13 different medications and be like, "Here, we might accidentally blank you, but it's not our problem." Well, it certainly is now. You cannot absolve those people's interactions with that woman. It's not the question of whether or not she did it. It's the question of why in the hell did it get to that point first? Because the problem is sitting up higher, where you got people up above those doctors and trying to force all those doctors into getting through all those patients at a pretty quick pace. And then they're getting bounced from this department to this department to this specialist to this specialist to this specialist to this psychologist to this psychologist to this psychiatrist. And all of them have like a different freaking story. And all of the information is getting transferred around. And there's not one person caring for that person. You've got like a team of all these different people, and all of this information is getting mismatched, trying to explain something. So, and especially if you're going to like different doctors or different hospitals, do you seriously think anybody's going to be able to give you a correct diagnosis when that's currently occurring? And they're basically kicking or having these doctors kick these people through the system and then be like, here's like 15 different medications. We hope something bad doesn't happen, and we might accidentally drug you into a coma, but it's really not our problem. My question is, why are these doctors giving so many meds that it could literally put somebody into a grave, and they are somehow legally able to get away with it? I'm not necessarily blaming the doctors in this case. There are really great doctors out there. There are also doctors who really aren't. They're just not. You're going to get individuals like that in the system. But it's not necessarily their fault. It's the system in and of itself that's pushing all of this downwards. And then you get the insurance companies involved, where they don't want to pay for certain things. And then you get all these people fighting. You want to know why your healthcare sucks? There you go. So for all the people who keep seeing like all this shit on the news where, oh my God, why did this person do that? Why did this person do that? Wait until you're the person on the other end, bro. And the only person who's going to advocate for your own health is going to be you. Because you are literally going to have to fight the system yourself one of these days. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Keep that in mind when you're seeing situations such as what we're currently seeing and we have been seeing in the news for quite some time. And instead of addressing the actual system in and of itself and what we're doing and what we're giving all of these people in regards to like medications and what the after effects are, we're sitting there watching what's on the news, and then you're bickering back and forth about who did it and trying to blame everybody and anybody. It makes no sense. I'm sorry. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever to me.